Hello, fourth graders. Your story this week in your reading series is about the huge redwood trees out west. It's actually called The Ever Living Tree. I'm going to share with you a book first, and it just gives you some background information about trees. And then I'll also include some links to some super cool videos I would have showed you at school. So stay tuned to our story. Our story is called Crinkleroot's Guide to Knowing the Trees, and it's by Jim Arnosky. Crinkleroot's Guide to Knowing the Trees. Greetings, friend. My name is Crinkleroot. You found me in the middle of the forest. I've been walking through the woods visiting with the trees. If you like, I'll introduce you. Some, like the giant oak tree, are among my oldest friends. Others, like these tiny new oak trees, are just starting out in life. You couldn't have a better guide to the trees. I was born in a tree. I live in the forest, a place of many trees. There are trees growing where you live too, in lawns and parks, by city sidewalks, in swampy places, meadows and fields, even in the desert. Anywhere there is soil, water, and sunlight. So we'll start from the top and work our way down. Leaves collect the sun's energy and use it to make tree food out of water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the air. Branches reach out and expose leaves to sunlight. The tiniest branches are called branchlets or twigs. A tree's largest branches are its limbs. Bark covers the trees and protects the inner wood from cuts, scrapes, and blows. The tree trunk passes water from the roots up to the leaves. And the roots anchor a tree in the earth and absorb water and dissolve minerals in nutrients. Tiny new trees are seedlings, and spindly young trees are saplings. Maple, oak, birch, gum, ash, sassafras, and beech trees all have broad, flat leaves that shed each autumn. Broadleaf trees grow new leaves every spring. Cedar, pine, spruce, cypress, and fir trees are all evergreens. They keep their needle-shaped leaves all through the year and stay green even in the winter. And a redwood tree, you'll find out, is the same. Broadleaf trees are also called deciduous trees or hardwood trees. You can identify hardwood trees by their leaf shape, autumn color, or seeds. And these two pages have examples of different hardwood trees. Evergreen trees are also called conifer trees or softwood trees. You can identify softwood trees either by their needles or by their seed cones. Here are some different kinds of softwood trees for you to look for and identify. A forest of softwood trees is a mysterious looking place. Long rays of sunlight shine down between the tall, pointed treetops. Sounds are muffled by evergreen boughs, and the air is fragrant and still. A hardwood forest is an open, airy place. Breezes carry the scent of green leaves and bark. Spots of sunlight dapple the tree trunks. Noises echo sharply as they bounce off the hardwood trees. Brittle, fallen leaves crackle under your step. The ideal woods for wildlife has a rich variety of trees of all ages, shapes, and sizes. In a mixed woods, there are a number of levels, or floors, where different animals can find living space. You can look high in the treetops, in the middle limbs and branches, and near or on the ground. In a mixed wood, seedlings, saplings, and mature broadleaf trees and evergreens produce a variety of food that wildlife can eat year-round. In the spring, animals eat tender new shoots of seedlings and saplings. All summer long, there are juicy green leaves. Fall is the season for the tree seeds and nuts. In winter, animals eat the tiny winter buds that have formed on the leafless branches. Besides food, trees provide wildlife with all-important covering for hiding. In the shadows that trees cast, amid tree leaves and branches, behind tree trunks, inside hollow stumps, and in the dark earthen tunnels under exposed tree roots. Can you find all the animals? Dying or dead but still standing trees are important to wildlife as healthy living trees. This hollow tree trunk is home to scores of wood-boring insects, which are food for raccoons, opossums, skunks, bears, and of course, woodpeckers. The many deep holes in the rotted wood excavated by animals searching for insects make dandy nesting holes for chickadees and tree-climbing mice. Squirrels use the high, dry holes to store seeds and pine cones. Wherever a tree falls in the forest, a small, open, sunlit area is created. Sunny clearings in the woods are good places to look for grouse, turkeys, and other wildlife that likes to eat and rest in warmth while remaining close to woodland cover. And fallen old trees make way for new trees, the future forest, to sprout and grow. I call this place of saplings a walking stick woods. The young trees on the sloping land have all grown crooked from heavy ice and snow sliding down the hill and pushing against the trees, bending and warping the supple stems so that each tree resembles an upside-down cane or walking stick. Notice at the bottom. Much of a tree's shape is a result of growing conditions. This birch tree sprouted in a boulder crevice and flourished on the moisture in the rock. Here is a tree that in youth had another tree fall on it and bend it over. Eventually the tree grew out and up from under the heavy burden, but the bend remains. Growing so closely together, it keeps these two trees in constant competition for available sunlight. See how their trunks nearly intertwine? Because growing conditions are never exactly the same, every tree is an individual. Best of all, I love the grand old trees, hemlocks or redwoods towering straight and tall, and broad-trunked, rough-barked maples and oaks with massive limbs reaching outward all around. Here is what a tree looks like from the inside. The age of a tree is a secret locked away, recorded by the growth rings in the tree's wood. So here we have the outer bark, and then there's the inner bark, and we have the growing rings. For every year a ring is added. So when you cut that, well, fourth graders, I hope that gave you a little bit more background information about different kinds of trees, and maybe you'll be interested